Yeah, sure. So, as I got the meal IU last spring, and at the talent competition that spring break, I made a total, complete fool of myself. I did one of my favorite Elvis songs, Viva Las Vegas. I had it down the whole trip. And then the talent show happened. What happened? The good old me? You guessed it. I forgot all the words. Forgot everything. So I thought, instead of singing tonight, let me just tell you some embarrassing stories about me. So I call this The Life of Dave. The year is, I'm in 11th grade, I'm at a school dance. And the night's going great, it's a fun time. And then an Elvis song comes on, and we'll have conversation. I'm into it, I'm getting my groove on. And then, little old me decided to twist this way, and I heard my knee crack. So, I fell to the ground. I could not get up. So one of the leaders of the dance was like, come on, get up. I'm like, I can't, I'm on the ground. I think I broke my knee. So then my brother sees me and he thinks I'm joking. And he's like, come on, Dave, this is not funny. Get up. I'm like, my brother's name's Neil. I'm like, Neil, I can't move. So then I'm like, call mom and dad. About 15 minutes away from where the dance is at, and they think I'm joking. So, my brother gives me the phone, my dad says, come on, this is not funny, get up. I'm like, I can't move. So, then they come drop me down, and again, even though they know I can't move my leg, they're like, come on, get up to the wheelchair. I'm like, what part of I can't get up? Don't you understand? So then it took about 3 people to get me into the wheelchair. And then, long story short, had to learn to walk in like 6 months. Had to go to the therapy and all that stuff. So that was the last story, number 1. We love you, Dad! Story number 2. I was a senior in high school, had a part-time job at Giant. Just driving down on 309 in Quakertown, and I'm in the left lane at high traffic time. And I'm at a stoplight, and it's about to turn green. I press the gas to go. It didn't move. So then I tried restarting the car, had it in park, and restarted it, put it in drive, pressed the gas again. Well, I'm not the most smartest guy in the world, but I know if I press the gas and it doesn't move, I know you got a problem. So then I had to get a new car. It was a wreck. Story number 3. About 4 years old. I'm in my backyard having a grand old time. I'm a kid, I have no responsibilities, life is grand. And then I get hit in the head by my brother with a rock. And then my mom comes out and my head is bleeding, and I'm like, it's bleeding, cool. My mom is like to my brother, why is David bleeding? Reason number 1 he gives, the wind in it. Yeah, that's very odd. That's very reasonable. It was really heavy that day. Reason number 2 he gives was the neighbors. Yep, they can definitely throw a rock at my head while inside their house with their windows locked. That's very reasonable too. Reason number 3 this was probably my favorite. A bee did it. Yeah, a little, tiny little bee would pick up a rock and throw it away. Yeah. Two more stories here. This past May was my 25th birthday. And I never had a birthday party before until this. Like I had with my parents and my brother, but that was about it. And then my friend that I thought always would tell the truth whenever he talked, he decided to throw me a birthday party. He says, oh, I can spend it with friends. And I got in his car as we were driving to the ministry house in Kutztown. He's like, oh, sorry, Dave, only a couple people showing up. Nobody likes you. I only knew T very early here, so I thought whenever he said something, he was telling the truth. And now, a year later, I know that's not the case. He's a good guy, but you got to take what he said with a grain of salt. And then once we get there, obviously, I see cars parked on the street. So that should send a signal into my head. It was like, T is joking. But no, I still think no one's showing up. So then I go into the living room, and there's no one there. I'm like, oh great, it's like every other birthday. And what happens in the kitchen area? You guessed it, surprise! And then, so that was a really fun time. I had one of the best birthdays I ever had. My final story involves Doug Steffi. How many of you here are either NFL fans or Eagles fans? Okay, so as you know, they're making a lot of dumb moves. And one of the first moves they made was they traded fan favorite LaShawn McCoy. And if you know Doug, he's a very chill, nonchalant guy. Nothing phases him. He's very, very calm. Not this time. It was during one of their exec meetings upstairs in the Bears Den. I saw him before the trade was happening. He was nonchalant and cool, just as he always would. Trade happens after exec happens. I see him calm down. He has a worried look on his face. Doug, do you have an opinion on this trade? And then he was a little frazzled. And then a bunch of us were like, Doug, calm down. His reaction was this: but they're so stupid.